All right. So, חזרנו, we're back. תכף נכניס את עוד דלשות for another development stream. A bit shorter than the usual one. Still gotta get used to these new awesome headphones, and we're gonna do simple animation today, and just animating objects instead of characters. I'll be back soon streaming level designs again, hopefully. Amir is giving me plenty of tools to work with, so we should see more progress in the months to come. Other than that, I'll show you something brief from the work in progress we have. It should be appearing on the screen. I'm just making sure. Let's see. There we go. And I'm not sure if the rain is coming through. Hopefully it is, but I'll turn it down just in case. I've added some new particle systems, added some fire, smoke, sparks, more smokes from the top of the garage. This entire level, why it seems similar to the level we have on the live version, is being remade from scratch with all the new lighting and bloom and post-processing effects in mind. There's wind as well. Wind changes and it will change it affects different particles in the scene, so the smoke and the other smoke and maybe even the sparks can move. There's even a small candle here, though it's very hard to spot right now. No animations yet, as you can see, but it's a lot more, I'd say, cinematic. It's a lot more, feels more organic, a bit less flat, and hopefully we'll be seeing more and more levels progress in that way and become the better and just the better versions of how they are in the live version, as well as, of course, all the new levels. So now that is going to animate this, which I previously animated in Spriter using very basic bone control, just adding a few on each side and moving it in a very limited way. And now that is going to show you his own technique on how to make something feel a lot more alive, just using 2D assets and spine, of course. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to close Unity for now. And we haven't even opened spine.
Let
So
us open spine.
yeah, you need to move it more into the shot, I think.
Let us
Oh no,
open.
it's the... I keep forgetting there's a delay.
Let us open spine. Here I am, on the chair.
Here he is.
Oh no, you can see my face. Now you, wait a minute, there's a delay. We don't see. Now I can see my face, okay.
Good.
Yeah, how you doing?
Alright, so I have the garage sheet up. We'll see if it works in a second. Should be fine. There we go. So you don't need the headphones. You can continue as normal. I was just checking that the audio and everything is working.
Alrighty.
Gonna put some music. Turn off the headphones. And you should be good to go. Take it away, champ. Oh yeah, of course. I'll let you do the honors.
Yes, please. Alright. So, hey, buckaroos, settle down, and let's do a little bit of simple animation. So, let's see how we're gonna animate this. So I did sit for like 5 minutes with Gal, and we set up something real basic.
I think I nearly broke it.
Next to my ear, thank you.
That was going to effect.
Alright, so we just imported the assets, the basic assets to spine. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright. We just imported the basic assets to spine, and then we set up some real basic bones. We're not going into anything complex. I actually tried, but it didn't really work. And we're gonna name everything, blah blah blah. Get to the procedure. Cheers, mates. Cheers, go. How you're all doing tonight? You tell me while I start to name these lovely fellows. Stick one. See. So we're gonna do our stick 1, our stick, you stick, we all stick for buck. Take another sip. Let's see. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these little bones to make sure that the tent doesn't snap too much when we animate the entire middle. Tend to stick. It's a weird name, but it'll hold for now. Alright. So we got this rackety piece. L top stick 1. L top stick 2.
Remember to speak strong and clear.
Strong and clear.
Always.
Alright. Don't know why I adopted this this accent all of a sudden. Now as you notice, nothing is attached yet, but we're gonna fix this in a moment. We'll create another bone, root, anim, like we always do. This is gonna be especially useful this time, because a lot of the animations on the pieces themselves will be real simple, nothing fancy. But we're gonna use the root animate to do some neat little tricks. So what we need to do is take these fellas and no, come on. Okay, we're gonna take these fellas. Let's get the images down, and we're gonna parent them to the root animate. And now the root animate should control most stuff. What is this affecting? Is it affected by this? Not yet, it ain't. Let's parent it, make it simpler. Yeah, should work. I said we ain't gonna go crazy here. And now, let's see. Let's start creating some meshes. It's connected to the bone. We'll start with the most complicated one. This one is gonna be a bit more complicated than usual because we want him to have this effect that it can be affected by the wind. I'll make a specific part of the animation for this. And what I'm gonna do for this... What is this? This is something new. I didn't see it. Let's try trace. Magic. Freaking magic.
Why, I want to see it. What?
Turns out, Spine came out with a new thing. A completely new thing.
Yeah.
It's called trace, that I didn't see. You know what this does?
Huh?
Takes the alpha and calculates a mesh automatically, and this is useful! Really freaking useful, and you can get the details. Me, oh my!
I had the details. Ah.
So let's see how we can. Everyone are learning here. Whoa, wait a minute. No.
You think this will have any uses for characters as well? Or
Absolutely. It will save time. You can fix stuff.
So like
But
Buck's,
refinement.
Buck's scarf could have just been traced automatically? That's what you mean?
Yeah,
Mm.
basically.
Mm.
But no, it's a good start. Alpha threshold. Padding? Okay, so this is completely new for me, so fascinating. Alright.
Alright,
Okay.
I'm gonna go comment and moderate.
Yeah, yes, please. We're gonna just do this in a moment, and we'll start from this.
Good.
So cool. Cheers to that.
Good
That's something new.
versions, see?
Yes, but I will tell you one thing. We need to make sure, as I told Gal earlier, that you maintain the Spine runtime in Unity can be a bit botched. If you already started to program in Spine and you're switching the versions, you're in a bit of a pickle. But we'll get through it. Let's give him a bit more space in here. This is going to be a relatively complicated mesh with a lot of little vertices because I want him all bendy. And I'll show you soon, maybe, a new animation that I'm working on that bendy is like key in the name. Let's add a lot of spots in the middle to make it all flexible, and we're gonna test it in a second. Then we're gonna see if this really holds up. We're gonna add a lot of little vertices in here so it can bend properly. Quite different from Buck, who's mostly large pieces. So let's try doing this. So we're gonna bind you to these initially. Let's see how bendy it is. Rather bendy. Pretty good. Alright. This came out nice. You see this little effect? I'm not sure how to fine tune it, but you can even do like... Sweet. Now, let's see if I can bind this also to you and you. And we're gonna play with the weights a bit. Where's the weights? Let's do a little overlay so it's easier to see. And now here, I'll need to add some weight. Okay, not as strong. Add some weight to the tend to stick. What's going on here? Come on. And make this even stronger. Why are you so weak? Alright. Now let's see what happens if I move this. It's a bit messy. Let's see if we can fix this. Okay. Select one or more bones. Okay. And alright. There's a bit of mishaps here and there. We're playing around. We're cool. Should work better. Come on. Let's just make it stronger directly. The entire idea is that we can play with this area. Okay, this is better. Much better. The entire idea is that we can play with this, but this will still stick with this guy. So it'll be nice. It'll give us some freedom of movement. And we'll do the same thing in here. Let's add a little bit of thingy. So what you telling? How was the week? How did you survive the holiday season here? If you survived. Let's see, this should work rather well, according to what I saw. Good enough. Something here is a bit weird. Is there like a trace of bone? No. Should be okay. Let's make it even stronger in here. We'll reduce this. Okay. Should be good. Now we do this. It's bendy. It's cool. It's bendy. It's cool. We can even do really cool stuff like this, which we will use. Now let's do the rest. The rest should be easier. So we're gonna do, wait a minute, let's do the tracing again. That was fun. Trace. Not bad. Not perfect at all. Okay. We can start with this. Okay. So it's not, so I see that the feature is very new and it shows, but it's pretty cool. It's really, it's a good shortcut to like beginning a mesh. Let's do a little thing in here, and we'll do like this. Whatever, it's fine. And da 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 da, bacha 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 bachu bacha bacha bacha. That's how animating sounds. Swear to God, not making this up. Bachu bacha all day. Very soon we'll get to the animating part. It's actually real quick to rig items compared to characters a lot of the time. Let's see how we're doing. Not very good. Let's see. Here we have a really weird band, and here also. Ugh. Let's add a bit of more vertices in there. Should help. So one of the problems with Spine is that everything needs a lot of information in order to bend really well. It's something that I've been dealing with recently. But it ain't too bad. You can bypass it rather quick. It just feels very Sisyphean, I think is the word. Repetitive. Like black work or something. Alright. Let's see how you respond now. Still weird, but okay. This is the problem. Gotcha, punk. Alright. See? Let's just smooth this. Let's see how you go back. You are okay. It's a bit better. Plus, it only needs to do stuff like this, so it's not such a big deal. Let's do the other one real quick. Trace. This is fun. Alright. So let's do something along these lines. We'll just push it a bit outside. Now we're gonna do like this. We're gonna add a bazillion vertices in here just to make you bend and make this the most complex tent in the history of buck kind. Whatever. Why not? Why not more vertices? And let's do something like this. Alright. Let's try to bind ya. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is weird. Not necessarily bad, but it's weird. You know what? It's good enough for now. I'm barely, it's not like it's gonna do a run cycle. So, whatevs. Okay. Now, let's do a little something like this. Boop, 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 boop. Wait a minute. I want to make sure this is okay first. It's a bit far off. By the way, if at any given point you have any questions, be they about...
Mostly about answering release date stuff on YouTube. And Max Cole asked you if you don't sleep.
My man, how you doing? Hey Max. The answer is no. Animators cannot afford sleep, therefore we go to specific boot camps in which we ease in and out of sleeping to the point that we can simulate it. We sleep in cycles. It's all an illusion, like animation itself. To your question. I hope that was a coherent and reasonable answer enough. So let's see. We're gonna bind you to the stick like the dirty little stick that you are. Again, it's nothing complicated. Good enough. Now, check this out. Let's see. Ah, you see this? This little thing is what we're gonna mainly use. That'll be cool. Let's give these some colors because I want to see them apart from the tent because it's all of them are gray. And we're gonna give these some colors. And I'm just gonna do some naming just in case. And let's see. I'm gonna do this because this is gonna be very relevant if we want to fix something. Tent. L. Tent. Mid. End. Tent.
Thanks GamersPack for sharing the stream on their Facebook.
Thank you, GamersPack, for sharing this stream on Facebook. We love you and adore you. Okay, we love. We don't adore yet. We're working on it. We're building rapport. So, let's give you some neat little color. Cool. Okay, so is our tent ready to be animated? Yeah, I think it is. So, let's animate. So, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna give it a bit of an idle animation. Just a regular thing. I think I'm gonna give it 2 separate animations. One is for an idle, just this little swing, and the other is like when the tent part, like the actual sheet, is like the wind is affecting it or something. And we're gonna try. I've never done this before. This will be interesting. So let's see. Idle. We'll delete this fella. Now we're gonna cancel images. And we're gonna start as usual just by keying some stuff and just give it a pose, like how I want it to be, the poses it's gonna move between. And this needs to be very subtle because it's a background element. So we can't go crazy. And we need to compensate every time. For the movement on the side. Okay. So we got this. It's very, very simple. But it's fine. And now we're gonna do a little pose that he comes back to. This pose should be a bit more in the middle. Like I moved him to the right because on the first screen Buck comes from left to right, and the wind and all the weather seems to be running from right to left, like it's trying to halt him. So I want to take it into consideration and do the tent like it's always like this, going always to the side a bit. Gonna bring this back. We're gonna bring back the rotation in here. So funny enough, it's a bit too much of movement. Not sure that the first frame was wrong, actually. No, I'm not sure that this frame is wrong. The first frame might have been a bit too much movement. Because the thing that we really want you to just feel that it's moving, it's like you barely see. Okay. So if we put it in game, it looks like this. Looks like a Silent Hill monster. And let's see if we can put this in here. Let's flip. I wanna do like it's a bit more like this. Okay. And we're gonna do this like this. Okay. I like it. There's something a bit more subtle about it. We will rotate this a bit more. Feels like there was a bit too much movement on the other side. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if these keys are enough. That's a beer. Year. Okay. So we're gonna let's select everything and do like this. Boop boop boop. Later on, see if we can add some polish and whatnot. It's like it's like remarkable now that I'm looking at it how different in the level of complexity this is. At least on the surface. Let's see. Ease in and out. Ease in and out. There's something really simple. It's a bit too robotic, I would say. like the start of it, is that it's a bit too robotic. So let's let it run for a bit. Plus it needs to take more time. It's not affected enough by the wind. It's like, I'm here, I'm back. I'm here, and I'm back. I think the piece to the right should move a bit more to the middle as well. And we will play also with the shear. Maybe we can even... Let's do something a bit smarter. You know what? Let's bring this back in here. We're gonna cheat a bit. We're gonna test how much can we cheat. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna use the root animate to take this into consideration. Let's do boop. There. Okay. So there's way too much movement on the sheet to the left. Like this. That's a bit of a mutation. They do all need to be together. Gonna make this very subtle. Subtle as we can. So we just want to, it's what you call a keep alive. Just an animation to make something seem like it ain't dead yet. So let's see. Can we do this a bit more exaggerated? I believe we can. Ah, but this, now I get what's been bothering me. This explains it. Now it's gonna be like way too much movement, which makes sense. Okay. So still the movement on the tent isn't the best that it can be. Something a bit bizarre in the proportion how it goes back and forth. Something in here. In the rotation of it. That we should keep, I believe. Now, let's try to do it like this. Let's give it more room. Let's see how we do. Let's do a cycle of... Wait a minute. Okay. Let's do a cycle of 30 times 4 seconds or so. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is better as a keep alive. Maybe very simple, but it's good. I want to see something. Oh, this is actually interesting. It gives this feeling. It's like it can get stuck. What I would like to do though is make it even subtler. Like I said, keep alive. That's it. That's all it is. So it needs to be very subtle. Perhaps we can even make this move a bit less. Okay, cool. So let's see if I can just make the movement a bit better. Rather than immediately going back, let's try to give him a bit of a holdout. Okay. This is interesting. So this is pretty cool. And if we want later, if we'll decide that the wind flow changes, we can always, you know what, let's add a little thing here. I want to do a little test. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. It's not the most subtle thing. Alrighty, here we go. It adds a little nuance that was missing. Cool. Sorry to say something I don't remember. So, I started to say that we can switch it from side to side later if we want, if we decide that the wind changes its directions. So, on purpose, I don't want to go deep into this. I'm thinking like, it's nice just to see in the background the object is alive. It's like, this is how you're gonna see it. It's just alive. That's it. Just affected a bit by the weather. And put it inside. You can see just how well this works. Really simple stuff, but can work. Maybe really subtle. Let's see. Okay. We'll keep it to this. Now, I want to try and animate something and I'll add it to the current animation. I want to simulate like a wind gust that's coming from, let's try under. Let's see. Gust. And I'm gonna do a little movement on the animation here. Then I'm gonna add it to the current animation. Let's give it a go. So we start with animating these bunch. Rotate and translate. Maybe even these as well. That's good. Scale as well. Why not? So first frame is gonna be the normal frame. Now we're gonna do like this. No, this is a bit bad. Let's do like this. And oh, wait a minute. Let's give me a bit more room to work in here. And then I'm gonna do like this. Playing with whatever gives me the effect that I want. I'm gonna use a little bit of an overlapping motion here, like something really cool and important that you learn as you animate. And we're gonna do like this and this. Look at this nice little bendy that we got in here. You stay put. See this? Isn't she lovely? And we'll do like one more frame. Let this settles. And this almost settles. And then everything is back to normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just make sure that this is also 0 on this guy. Alright, cool. See, it's even nice when you do this. What we will do, so we'll just make this a bit. Now we'll add one more. Into this one, we're gonna make this hold a bit. No, we're gonna make this a bit taller. But in here, okay. Yes. Oh, look at this. This is already nice. You see why we rigged this tent? Alrighty. Let's give this one a nice little distance each frame. We're gonna copy these and see if we can mix them into the original animation, but it's kind of convenient to think of this animation solely as separate. Now let's see, this one should be relatively fast. Whatever. Just testing the timing. Okay, this is kind of weird. Scratch that. Let's just do neat little trick like this. Hmm. Wait a minute. Hmm. Just a sec. We're just making sure that everything is diddly, dudley, ho, doodly. Flanders, talk like this, I think. Howdy diddly ho, neighbor. Okay. So, we're gonna do like this. 40 frames? Okay. It's kind of weird. Let's try to keep it a bit stabler. There we go again.
Dan Rose is asking what tool are you using?
What?
Dan Rose is asking what tool are you using?
Oh, you mean the program?
I think so.
It's Spine. Esoteric Spine, I think is the full name. And it's really nice for animating 2D cutout for games. Specifically, it's like really good for that. And I found it really efficient, especially, we'll let this run in the meantime, especially if you want something that's very good with the performance. I don't know about the game itself, that I need to check like how much it's heavy on the performance, but it's actually supposed to be pretty good because it exports skeleton animation and not sprite sheets. So, or atlas and such. That's pretty convenient, but it's really good on the computer that you animate on, because I've just been animating on After Effects something. I've been trying to animate a character, and I got so pissed from how long it takes for the program to move that I decided to do it in Spine, even though it's not like for that. So it's really good on performance, and like you can animate really quickly. You see like how quickly this and smoothly it runs right now. So yeah, so I highly recommend it. Like it's you buy a license once and it's not even that expensive, so that's like it's cool. So this is a bit weird. Whatever. Let's not get crazy into details. So let's just make the timing of this much more reasonable. So we're gonna do an ease in, like it takes him a bit of time to begin. Then we're gonna do a little bit of an ease out. We're gonna do some tests in here. Let's see. Ease out. I'm gonna just try to play with the timing a bit. It's like I wanted to take some time for the ease in. Then we're gonna default it. And then we're gonna ease out. Ease in. And ease out. Let's see what this crazy thing does. Oh, this is weird. It's a bit of improvisation going along here. I think I'm gonna do something different. And rather than speaking of the
recommendation, if possible,
sure thing.
because this is an area with a lot of wind, the waviness of it, I'm sure once you add this, like a kind of a bounce effect, I'm sure this will play into it. But if it has like this constant thing, like wind is constantly catching it, you know, like it's up and a bit down, up, then it falls down a bit, then it goes up a bit.
You want it a bit, not only the gust, but
Of course.
also a bit.
It's a constant wind. It's outside in the rain, and there's like a lot of wind there. So you can either do it like flapping up or flapping down a bit, and just moving like sometimes like this, sometimes like this. Because I think this one will be a bit too gusty and not enough like a strong wind.
Okay.
So just save it and try. I think it can even make it easier for you.
All right. Let's see. So we will keep this, but let's see if we can get this to get a bit more stronger wind. And then we're also gonna make like a strong gust of wind. Let's see. Ooh, this is actually pretty cool. So, wait a minute. It's nice that it takes quite a lot of time to settle down. Feels like windier. Let's do this. Now, let's try to take these guys. Let's see if I can put them in the animation itself, in the idle. This is a bit tricky. Let's try something. One of the things that I would like to try to see if you can put both of them together. So I do think that you can make it play more than one animation and then it mixes them, but I'm not 100% sure. See? I'm gonna play with it a bit. Exploring myself some new options. Idle. It does something. But it's not very clear. Okay. Let's not take our chances. Let's try to keep it into one animation. So all the animations in here, we're gonna play into this a little bit. So I'm really improvising in here, but let's try. Okay. Now we're doing a little bit like this. It's a bit weird. But let's try. Try something new. You will get into do. Let's get you a bit closer. We can even let you get on your own in here. Because you're not part of this cycle. Let's see. No, this one should have meant something. Alright. Now, let's give it more. Now we can always duplicate this nice little thingy that we did. And let's see. We can also use this as some sort of a guide for a little bit of scale work. We can imitate the feeling that it's like top up and down a bit, because of the wind. So we're gonna do like this, and we're gonna do like this. So we're gonna start with the normal scale in here. Then we're gonna scale this entire thing a bit up. We're gonna give it a bit of, let's see, not quite. It's a bit weird. Give it a little bit of a feeling that everything is a bit it's kind of weird. Not sure how much I like it. What we're also gonna do, gonna play with this a bit more. Make it all rackety. No, it was a bit too much. And like I said, we're improvising, so let's give it a shot. Something a bit too organic about the entire thing. Part of the trick here that I'm trying to do, so I don't want it to feel like it's moving a bit too much, but we need to make sure that it stay in the ground. Oh, this is interesting. Let's give it a little bit like this. Let's see, just a sec. True. Right. So this is rather nice, the gust. Maybe we can even put it again. Let's try to do something. I'm gonna improvise here. I want to make again just a smaller gust. Let's do copy, paste. Okay. Gonna make it a tad smaller. We're gonna see how this affects everything. Just give it a bit more of a keep alive. It's rather nice, actually. It's a bit weird. It's like it loses its form a bit. But it's still kind of nice. Let's fix this little thingy. Okay, this one.
Asim says you should put some Easter egg animations in the game without telling me.
Deal. I'll do it. I put an Easter egg, and then I'll like do that it's a post-apocalyptic egg. It's like an egg with guns. It'll be like the Easter egg. Maybe. Improvising. Or you can tell me on Discord privately what you want the Easter egg to be, Azim. So maybe we can work something out. So let's see. You need to be real careful here with the scale. Made it lose a bit of its feeling. For some reason the shear here is like stuck. I don't like it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Ease out. And ease in and out. Alright. Let's give it a little bit of a stretch in here. It's like a counter reaction. Wait a minute. This is a longer cycle. I forgot. Alright. This will get a bit of a squash. And now, gonna do like this. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Thank you. And like this. Yeah, alright. Let's play this a bit. Let's let it run. So this needs to change because we always want it to bend to the same side. Okay. Now I'm gonna let's add something small. I think we'll add something small and we'll call it here. We're gonna make it a bit like it's on the inner, like it got a counter reaction. Let's see. Tuck, 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 tuck. Okay.
Done?
You
done?
I'm getting there. So it's a bit mutated right now. It's not pitch perfect.
No, it's alright.
It's explore. Like I said, there's a lot of improvisation, so I'm testing like how much you can actually play with the proportions and how much a gust of wind can affect things. Is this what you meant when you came with the comment,
Yeah,
or?
I think so. A bit more flapping maybe, but it's a good place to stop, I think.
Okay.
Up to you.
Yeah. So we start. We can finish this next stream if we want. But this was a nice little experiment with overlapping motion, like or the wave principle. There is like this terminology in animation. I don't know. It is a little bit too organic. I have a tendency to create things very cartoony, and this one was a bit too much out there, but it's okay.
Save it.
Yes, always save, children.
So let me say, I'll do closing words.
Yeah, sure. take the seat gone. I hope you enjoyed. And see you in a moment. Nope. Sorry.
It's gonna be nice on the headphones.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Alright, so I hope that was good and interesting. Thank you for doing this. So that was tired today, so he's a champ for pulling through.
It's okay.
And thank you, Azim. And Lux Dukoy, I want to say your name correctly, but I don't think I'm saying this right. But thank you for joining us in the chat. Try to answer your questions as best as I could. And probably not next week because of the holidays. So we'll keep you posted on social media when we're coming back. And hopefully with more level design streams, as I said before. Just because you asked about the lighting, I'm going to show you one last time before we close. That a lot of the effects we're adding now, like when I start to work on a level, it's all black and darkness, and I just start adding in the lights, and currently they're just static. I'm planning in the near future to add some flicker to them to try and get them a bit more moving, especially here. When we add that garage animation sheet that you just worked on, the light will affect it. And not only that, if you add a collider to this, the rain will also drop on it and miss the entire bottom of the screen, which is fantastic. So it's worth considering adding. Maybe, you know, still need to see because it makes sense that we'll see the rain anyway, but it might just add the pattern on of the rain. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some animations soon as well. And lighting will affect Buck. I know that Spine supports it, but currently, as you can see, it's not affecting him. When he'll move here, he should be at least as dark. Not as dark, but at least darker, like the ground that he's now standing on. And you can see the wind effects that I've added. Let's see if we can see it here. It changes randomly in different intervals, and I might still need to adjust, because I doubt this will appear on stream, but if the wind goes to the right or goes to the left, you will actually see the smoke and the rain and the mist and the fog move. Here, you can see it now moving to the left, see?
Yes, a tiny bit. This might come into consideration when I'll continue working on the tent, that I'll add a little bit of an additional animation to the other side, so you can switch between the animations.
True.
Considerations.
Yeah. Fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much, Oded. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll see you hopefully at least in 2 weeks. See ya. Goodbye. Let's move that.